we've got a secret to tell you.
One of the most epic parts of living van life in Alaska is the free spots you can park in.
There are endless opportunities for boondocking in Alaska, and today we're gonna show you our top 5 locations where we slept when we were traveling through the state. Our first stop on today's adventure is one of the most iconic boondocking locations in all of Alaska.
Hatcher's Pass.
Up this road that is very uphill. If you want to go up to Hatcher's Pass, I'll point it out for you guys if you can see it. Right here, there's a road going up that hill. That's Hatcher's Pass right there. It's a pretty gnarly looking dirt road.
Drifter Journey said it was a little bit sketchy.
But I feel like if they made it, we should be able to too.
Before heading to camp for the night, be sure to check out Independence Mine to get a look at what life in Alaska was like during the gold rush. Because just around the corner, you'll take the drive up to Hatcher's Pass. This is a gnarly road, but we made it in our ProMaster, so you can make it too. The day we arrived was quite dreary, but it added for a sense of mystery. The valley is so incredibly green, and to be capped off by that cloud cover was just magical.
Good morning, everybody. We are about to head back up this traverse, this pass, and we're gonna go for a really nice hike. We're hoping that all this fog clears up. It's already cleared up a lot since this morning, but we wanna get the perfect view from the top.
There are lots of great spots that are very well known, just like this one at Hatcher's Pass.
But the great thing about Alaska is you can boondock pretty much anywhere, so keep your eyes peeled and you might just find a spot like this one. We brought the new states back to our spot from the other night because it was so sweet and we wanted them to experience it too.
I mean, you have mountains that are snow-capped, and then you have beautiful green mountains on the other side. It doesn't get any better.
Blue water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the waterfalls too.
And waterfalls everywhere.
Love it. Good spot.
Oh yeah.
As time goes on and more people find these spots, some will get closed down.
But the great thing about Alaska is that you can explore all over. So just keep your eyes peeled and keep your sense of adventure, and you might just find one of these epic spots for yourself.
Next up, we're headed to the RVer's favorite place for 4th of July.
Seward, Alaska.
Our home is parked in such a beautiful spot right now, which is amazing. It's been great to experience this place.
Just a few minutes from downtown Seward, you will find this one-of-a-kind camping location on a dried-up riverbed. The entrance to this spot is marked with 2 giant rocks, and once you're in, you can literally camp anywhere, drive out as far as you want, and find your perfect spot. Over 4th of July weekend, this place was jammed, but just a couple days later, we had the whole place to ourselves. We absolutely love this riverbed spot, but we would never come back on 4th of July.
It just gets way too rowdy from the locals that come there.
We much prefer the solitude and quiet peace that places like this one at Anchor Point offer.
The sun popped out.
It did, it's so beautiful.
And look, you can see the mountains all the way across now too. We decided it was way too beautiful out to not sit on the roof deck and watch the sunset. We have bald eagles and seagulls to the left, beautiful sunset, and then some food.
Frank promised me that the seagulls wouldn't attack us.
Okay.
So if they do, it's on him.
So it was more like dinner, a movie, and a sunset tonight.
If the movie was Animal Planet, watching like eagles and seagulls eat their dinner. Maybe we just had dinner with the birds.
We did. We
had a communal meal with the birds.
We didn't have to cook for them though. They brought their own. Or,
it's the best kind of dinner, guys.
It's pretty sick though. All the birds are still here hanging.
It was so hard to leave Anchor Point, but a local gave us a secret spot that's his favorite that we had to go and check out next.
I think that it's technically fine down there.
What do you mean it's technically fine? Look at that.
I thought because we tried to level it out.
Nah, I think that it's actually much softer than what we expected in that spot. And so that's why that happened. Like, look at it. Look how soft this actually is. You know? If we were able to dig this hole, that means it's fairly soft. If we turn around, we could stay like on this little path road thing. And I think we'll be all right.
Well, why don't you just pull like right there?
Or if we climb up a little bit higher.
I don't want to go higher because my whole thing is I want to be by the beach.
We are by the beach.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody taking our view, you know? We didn't really have any trouble driving in Alaska, but you do want to make sure that what you're driving on is hard enough for your heavy vehicle to get over. Once we did find the perfect spot on this beach, it was absolutely amazing to stay here completely off grid for many days, enjoying the solitude that Alaska had to offer. This is a local favorite, so on the weekends it gets a little bit busier, but if you come midweek, you might just get it all to yourself.
The water here is so calm. It's like no matter whether it's day or night, it's just flat. That must mean there's not a lot of wind in this area.
As much as we would love to stay here, we have so much to do today, so we actually have to get into town before we even had our morning beverages.
Yep.
Whoa.
But it's about 20 minutes into town, and then we'll be able to do what we gotta do.
So if you want all those Instagram shots that everybody doesn't think is real, head to Alaska because you'll find them there.
We spent 66 nights boondocking in Alaska and had zero trouble finding free camping, and we want you to have the same experience.
So if you want all the coordinates, check the link in the description below and buy our Alaska book for all the spots that we stayed at.
By picking up a copy of the book, you are ensuring that you're gonna have an F&A time in Alaska this summer.
Well, that's for sure. To get yourself super stoked for this adventure, click this playlist right here and start watching all of our Alaskan adventures.